jó, mehet tovább.
Sziasztok! We are the Harkels.
You asked us some questions on Instagram.
And here we are to answer those. We decided to do it in English because most of the questions were asked in English. Yeah.
So it's a Q&A. Question number 1.
How many puppets do you own?
I can't help. Can you?
No idea. Yeah, let's count them.
Let's find out.
They are hidden all over the place. There's one. Here's another. This doesn't count as it's unfinished. There are probably a few we won't find. Puppets can be found hiding in plain sight. But after all, anything can be a puppet, as puppets can take many shapes. Question number 2.
When and how did you start making puppets?
So on my side, shortly said, I went to a puppetry school in Budapest, Hungary, where I learned all the puppeteering, most of it. And for an exam there, I had to make my puppet, my first puppet. And it's her. I mean, it's a face only. And it's just cut out of a huge piece of sponge. And it was like a transition puppet. When you turn it upside down, it became a cherry tree. But now it's only the head. And you?
I believe mine is a long story. Hey folks, so this is H from the future. This is editing H, and I realized that what I wanted to do was to create a stop motion like animation to explain my journey. But then I also realized that recently I did an interview, a live stream with a friend of mine, David, and I answered the same question. So what should I do? I'm lazy. I'm just going to copy and paste the same thing here. And if you like, I'm going to leave a link. You can click there and watch the full interview. You can do that. And thank you, David, again. I think until I was 21, I didn't really think about puppetry or anything. I think I was kind of fascinated when I was really younger. I forgot about the whole thing, and I was really in love with the idea of just like being your own man and travel and being kind of free of society. That you can look at your life in a perspective that you can't really imagine, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to do that, and one day a friend of mine came up to me and she was like, well, I'm going to Spain, I think. And I'm like, well, I want to travel, so why don't I come with you? And like, we didn't know what, she knew what she's going to do. She was a juggler, actually, a player juggler, and a very good one. I didn't know what to do. And I started doing soap bubbles, like these huge ones. Let's see. Yeah, but really big ones. You can see them on the street, I would say, but like not anymore. Like back in the days before the crisis, you could go out and and I just thought that's like an interesting idea, and I got some material and we just started hitchhiking the next day basically, and I did that for like two years, and then I think after the second summer or third one, I just realized I'm too dependent on the weather and circumstances. When I was in Paris, because I was really just living from day to day, I didn't really want to do anything with my life other than just like travel and enjoy whatever I can enjoy that day, you know, which is good when you're young, but where does it lead? And then I've just seen a puppeteer, and he wasn't that good or anything. It was for me fascinating, and then I just started to think like, hey, what if I tried something like that? What if I did that but differently? And like I just love this whole the whole engineering part of puppetry. So I just wanted to sit down and plan the whole thing out, you know. And basically in like one moment I decided that I'm just going to do that. And I went home to Budapest and I started rebuilding a puppet, and it looked terrible.
So
That's
so
how
this is all completely self-taught.
well, nothing is really self-taught, I think. Like, you still have to choose how to get your input, where to look for knowledge and wisdom. And I did meet puppeteers who helped me a lot, and like, I'm thankful for so many people that I'm able to do this. But yeah, it's basically, yeah, I did it the unorthodox way. Question number 3.
What material is the mouse puppet made out of? The mouse's name is Ricotta, and it's really fluffy and cute because it's made of this fabric, which I think I thrifted and was originally like a scarf thing. Really stylish. Yeah, usually we like to use second-hand materials, and there is a really good textile shop nearby where they mostly sell leftovers, so it's also cheap and eco-friendly.
Question number 4.
Do you have any tips on how to make a blinking eye mechanism? Yeah, so recently we made this video with this witch puppet. It has a removable face, it's held on its place with magnets, which is really handy. You can do repairs easily, or any kind of upgrade you want. Basically I used a trigger mechanism that moves both eyes at the same time. When you release the trigger, it causes the eyes to open and they stay open. As you can see, the eyelids move over the eyeballs by pulling a single string, and the rubber band forces the motion to be reversed. Yeah, you can tell that I'm struggling with my thumb here. I don't know what I was thinking. Yep, quite a stupid thing to keep in the final cut. Yeah, so it's very simple. It's a single string, a rubber band, the trigger is on the rod, and this is, I guess, how you get that famous National Geographic cover look.
Many people, a number of you have asked.
Where do you store your puppets when they are not working?
In here. And these suitcases are also part of the performances, so stage design and storage. Question number 6.
Are you planning to do a puppet tutorial?
Yes, multiple.
Yeah, so we are working on a puppet right now, on a dancing puppet, and that's going to be our next tutorial once it's finished.
Yeah, and this was the last question that we had to answer. So, end of this video, and we hope that you enjoyed it.
Even if you didn't, you can click here to subscribe.
You can click on his face to watch one of our puppet shorts. Bye!